Are guys still approaching women as frequently as they used to? They are not, right? That's what it looks like. So the whole thing of being a hunter, I think it's changed with the times.
Yeah.
Right? I really think it's changed with the times. Guys are at home playing PlayStation and all that stuff, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? I'm a gamer myself.
The motherland, the African man. Long as I'm alive, I'ma make a plan. Strongholds to break, got long walks to take, got no votes to make. We don't bet, we pray. Hey, African man, yeah. The African male iris through the eye of an African male.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Oh, okay, there's a comment. Alright, let me come to you quickly. Who am I giving the mic to? You.
I have a question. Any reason why you don't advocate for queer relationships? Because you've been saying 10 women, 10 men. I feel like your statistics would be so much higher if you go for the queers, but that's just me.
All right, 100%. So it's a matter of organizing the event, right? So we've been speaking to a few members of the queer community, and we'd have to have a specific event for them so that we can balance out the organization. And we're looking to do that. It's a matter of organizing the event, how we're going to manage it to ensure that everyone is catered for in the way that they want to be catered for, right? I mean, Casper right now, I think, has hinted at it, that even things like race sometimes are a factor, to be honest with you. It's not just a matter of sexuality. I myself have had people that will say, oh, I want to come to the event, but do you have this race of people? So there are a lot of dynamics we have to manage. Right now, once we get what we're doing right, we're going to move on to every other group and be as inclusive as possible. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Right. I'm here with Andy Swan. Andy Swan, you were here for our last live event. And I think today you bought the most number of tickets. Thank you very much. What's your view? I recall you did have some comments on dating and someone coming from, is it KZN? Yes, coming into Johannesburg. Maybe just share your view and if you would actually consider registering for Action Catch as well.
Hi, Tina. Hello, everyone. You're just putting me on the spot here. Look, I haven't tried a speed dating event. I'm not sure if I'm open to it, but I mean, if I've been open to dating apps in the past, I've tried them. Not all, I've tried quite a number of them, and I don't think there should be a problem to try speed dating. But one thing I will say is that it has been really interesting as a person who's been living predominantly in KZN all her life, coming to Joburg and seeing how men of different ethnic groups operate in the dating space versus what I have seen in KZN. And first things first, there is, look, I haven't met obviously a lot of men, but the one main common theme that I've been seeing is a lack of effort. It's very strong. And I must say, with the Zulu men in KZN, I'm trying to look for the English word, but they know how to talk. They know how to Zulu men, in all honesty, know how to talk to a woman, how to approach them, and it's something that I think other men in the ethnic tribes have said that, you know what, they do very well in that aspect. Let's not talk about what we see on Umnawethu, because we'll be here until tomorrow night. Yeah. But for the matter of fact is that there is a lack of effort that I've been seeing here in Johannesburg, and it does irritate me, because if you're gonna be the hunter, be a proper hunter. Don't just dangle a carrot and I'm the one who's supposed to chase you. It doesn't work like that.
Hey. Gents. Somebody gotta say something. Is anyone from KZN? Is there any guy from KZN? Any gent from KZN? Yes.
My brother is actually, my brother is from KZN, so I don't know if he will have a separate point.
All right, so let's hear it from the Zulu man himself. So what do you think? How do you approach? How do you court that seems not to be around in Johannesburg? Apparently.
Difficult question. I think the long and short of it is to just approach the lady with honesty. Let her know your intentions. Let her know what you're after. If it's a yes, it's a yes. If it's a no, it's a no. Don't take it too personally. Don't swear at her. Accept that her decision is her decision and keep it moving.
So I hear a lot of directness there. All right, so about being direct. Kuda, are you direct?
On Wednesdays.
Hey, let me ask my wife, was I direct?
Somewhat.
All right, okay. What do you think, man, about gents and approaching women in general? This is my brother, by the way, Tawanda.
Well, I guess it just depends on your character, right? I was never one to approach directly. Maybe I could speak to a little bit to my story with Mercy. We actually met on the Gautrain train. We're the same route for a number of months, and we just chat. Every day a little bit more, and then I started walking her to her office, and that's how we just built on it, and we ended up dating. So direct works for some people, but for some guys, it's just a build-up. You get to know somebody, it's a friendship, and then it proceeds to dating.
Thanks for that. So yeah, character plays a part as well in how direct someone is, right? Yes, you wanted to say something.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? Huh? All right. So my name is also Kuda. There's like many of us today, but I just wanted to quickly touch on. I think you were saying, you need to be a man, and you need to be, for lack of a better word, you just need to be a good guy, right? Yeah. But I think I'll touch on what she said, saying that guys don't put effort. I think, as much as women can say guys don't put effort, we have to acknowledge that you have to be worth the effort, right? So a lot of women, and I will say this, full disclosure as a married guy, right? A lot of women are out here trying to think about, this is what I need, this guy must be like this is what, it doesn't work like that, guys. As men, it takes time for us to build ourselves. Right, and it takes time for us to come into our own and become those things that you guys want. So I just feel that sometimes women are a little overzealous, right? A little excited about it. Like, you want me to be this thing, I get it. You want this thing, but it's like, I'm human, you're human, right? It's supposed to be a journey together. No, when you've been married, Kuri, sometimes it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to work together. This is a team sport, not a one-on-one version of things. Anyway, yeah, that's what I have.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thank you so much. All right, I'll reach Bonini, then I'll come to you.
Hi, am I on? I want to just reinforce what Kuda number 2 is saying, because what you're just saying is so powerful, and it's what then makes the difference between the current generation of women and the one prior to that, and the ones prior to that. Because everything right now, in most of us as women, is he needs to buy me a Gucci bag, he needs to go whatever. It's all about need, want, consuming the life out of you. So, and I get that. That is a total turn off. So kudos to you for voicing that so that we know better.
Thank you, Kuda. And this one?
I just want to, the both of you are right. But there's one thing I want to say to counter what you just said. So with regards to the efforts, if there's one thing I've seen with men out here, is that if they want something, they definitely go after it. Now, if I am a woman who is, let's say I'm here, and a brother approaches me, mind you, you are the one who's approaching me. You are the one who's putting the feelers out here for me and saying A, B, C. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's see where it takes us. And then the trail now runs cold. Because I think a lot of women out here can sympathize with me when I say you do get those instances where you meet up with a guy and it seems like things are going really quite nicely. He takes your numbers and then he doesn't say anything after that. And then you ask yourself, okay, so what then happened? You know, what happened for him to now turn cold, or he ghosts you, or but if there's one thing that they're very good at when it comes to effort, if they are looking for what they're looking for, is if they want to get into your sheets.
I mean, we're
that
hunters,
is one
right?
thing that they will try by all means. They will spin the biggest lies if they want to spin the biggest lies. So with regards to effort, I understand where you're coming from in terms of they also are looking at the woman that they want to place effort for. But also, what about your intentions as a guy when you are approaching that very same woman? Because there are women out here who really genuinely want to find a good relationship. But now you're coming across these different men who are coming with ill intentions to you. Then what do you do about that? I don't know how many times I've been talking to my brother and I tell him, look, hey, this is what's happening and whatnot. At some point, yes, you do assess yourself as a person and you say, is there something wrong with me about the kind of men that I am attracting? But then when I look at the guys that who do come to me, who do ABC, and I say to myself, no, I know exactly what I'm looking for, and I cut things before they even go further, because I can see, Wuti, your intentions are not what I'm actually looking for. What do we then do as women? And mind you, it's not just only women, men also feel the same way as well when they're approaching women. The inverse does happen. I have to admit, it does happen. So now we're sitting in a situation as, and I'm talking in the context of heterosexual relationships. Mind you, even in the queer community, yeah, they're also seeing their own flames. But, yeah, they're also seeing their own flames in the queer community. But with the heterosexual space, what then are we going to do to ensure that we are finding the relationships that we are looking for?
Thank you so much for that.
It's deep. Tino, can I come in there?
Yes, please, Casper. Just put
Toby,
your mic close to you.
You are a prime candidate for speed dating. You are a prime candidate for speed dating because what you're looking for is an authentic initial meeting. You decide whether you want to meet number 10 again or not. You decide if you want to see number 6 again or not. They also decide if they want to see you again. And in that initial conversation, it's up to you now with your years of experience and your screening process to then say, is this guy trying to sha me or is this for real? And that's up to your discretion. But what you're looking for is an authentic way of meeting people, and that is exactly what speed dating is offering.
All right. I just wanted to, for Joel, to just maybe speak on behalf of men. When a man is really serious about a woman, what are the signs a woman should look for maybe? Between a man who just wants to maybe play games or do a hit and run, or a man who's there to stay for the long haul? What are the differences, would you say?
I think you should just ask about the intentions. When a man comes to you, that man should know why he's coming to you. There is a man who's coming to play, a man who wants, and also a man who wants stability. So it's about you to ask. Last time I went for a date a couple of years ago, and I thought that the lady was interested to be in a long relationship. And I had 20 questions that I put down, but she didn't even have one. And I asked, can you ask me anything about my life, about me, what I do? She didn't have any questions. So that is the problem. So it's not just about men, it's also about women. There is people who want stability, and those who don't want stability, they just want to play. So it's by you asking questions that you'll be able to know if this person wants stability. And you must ask questions, don't be shy. Ask anything that you want. And after the first date, you need to decide if there is a second date or not. And most people don't do that. They just come and they eat and they spend time together, and that's all. You should know. So for me to take you for a second date, you need to answer to my questions, and you need to answer perfectly. Otherwise, there is no second date.
Like that. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And I think anyone else with a comment, question? Is there hand raised? All right. Then I think after you, we'll close off this segment. All right. Unless there are any other burning questions. All right, just speak close.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think this is a question to the gentleman who just spoke now. What happens if the person you're interacting with, after asking all those questions, lies? Because people are so good at lying that you cannot tell if a person is genuine or if they just I can't swear, but yeah, so people are very deceiving, I could play the part and ask you 20 questions because I'm interested in you, but hence I know at the back of my mind, I'm just stringing you along. So how would you know if I'm lying or if I'm telling the truth?
Okay, that's a good question. Are you ready to answer, Joao? All right, we'll bring it back to Joao. All right.
I'll tell you something. Men will always not tell you 100% the truth. They will always lie. Maybe out of 20 questions, maybe 10 will be lies. And especially about how much they can afford. There is things that they will lie about. So you should always know that a man, when he answers those questions, there will be lies. And sometimes it's not lies that are intentional. Sometimes is you don't want to give up too much. Because as a man, if I give up too much, you may say no to me. So I will come with the truth. But slowly. I remember many years ago, I was I think 18 or 19. I asked my pastor that women, when you tell them the truth, they don't want you. But when you lie to them, they will want you. So you are my pastor, what should I do? He laughed and never answered to that question. So by that I understood that there is what you call lies. Is that I'm not telling the whole truth, but I'm not also lying. But I'm just waiting for you to fall in love with me, for me to reveal certain things that I didn't tell you. Because, listen, and this is very important. I'm a man and I've been with several women. There is things that if on the first date I said that to you, you will never fall in love with me. You see, so I am with someone here. There is things that they took me 3 months to come up and say, hey, listen, this is what is going on. What do you think about it? And she told me that if you told me this at our first date, maybe I was never supposed to say yes. But because you are telling me now, I'm in love and I know what kind of person you are, it does not matter anymore for me. I'm in love with you, and that is important because I know the man that you are. So don't expect 100% truth, but at least out of 20 questions, if 10 are true, that is enough. The rest will come after.
Tino, can I?
All right. Comment here from Una.
That's a fantastic answer, very honest answer. I just want to add to that answer. So she asked, how do you know if someone is lying or not, right? You don't. And I think that's why love and dating are so difficult, and that's why it takes courage, right? You're putting yourself out there. You're taking a chance. You don't know how things can go, right? And it's no different to anything else in life. When you get out of your house and get into your car, right? You have no idea if you're going to be in an accident that day, right? But you put on a seatbelt, you have some form of discretion. And I think Casper has mentioned discretion. The Zulu lady in the back also mentioned discretion. There's no way to guarantee results 100%. It's a matter of faith. It's a leap of faith, really. Yeah.
For sure, 100%.
Tino, I feel like this segment has left me with more questions than answers. Because I picked up one or two things. The first being that it seems like the women of today have their standards set too high. And the men have lowered the bar so low that, you know, it's... And then also, the second thing that I picked up is that it's also a culture thing. There are some cultures who just naturally are good at wooing women. And then there are just some cultures that, you know, are lackadaisical about it. That's the second thing that I picked up. And then the third thing that I picked up is that it's probably because of a shift in the way that we do things nowadays. In the sense of if we go back a generation or two, people were more in touch with their roots, they were more in touch with their culture, they were more in touch with their value systems as compared to what they are now. So that's given, it gives a rise to an environment where people would naturally, for lack of a better phrase to use, are comfortable with just meeting someone to have fun with for the moment, than actually wanting to build something solid with that person. And also not caring about the repercussions of their actions towards that person. So, having said all of those three things, I think it's an amalgamation of, you know, those things that well, the audience has raised, which has pretty much created this dating environment that we currently have right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well said, well said. And I think we'll probably close off this segment by just Match and Catch team. How do people reach out to you and register if they want to try it out?
As mentioned before, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. We have a website launching soon, within the next 3 weeks or so. We're going to throw some resources behind that to actually get the word out that we exist. And yeah, like I mentioned before, we've got big plans for 2025. Please expect us in different locales. Like I mentioned, Tshwane, we're coming to you soon. Joburg South, we're coming to you again. Joburg East, we're coming to you soon. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I think there's a lot of single people in this city. So, yeah.
All right. And what's the name? The Match and Catch. How do you spell it on socials?
It's match with the letter N and then catch. And it's all one phrase. Match and catch.
Match and Catch.
Correct.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
The motherland, the African man. Long as I'm alive, I'ma make a plan. Strongholds to break, got long walks to take, got no votes to make. We don't bet, we pray. Hey, African man, yeah. The African male iris through the eye of an African